Hey everybody, it's Scott Steen with winnersandwhiners.com coming to you from the Greg Brown studio deep in the bowels of the Winners and Whiners Sports and Entertainment Complex to bring you today's Deep-3. As always, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. You guys have been crushing it. We have flown past 4,000 and we are well on our way to 5,000 subscriptions. So thanks very much, guys. Appreciate it. Keep up the great work. Of course, let us know what you're playing in the comment section. Are you tailing me? Are you fading me? Have you got some of your own picks that you're cooking up? We got the NBA back today. We got the NHL playoffs continuing. The Masters, you taking any matchups today in the Masters? Are you maybe getting your money down on some of my guys that I take? How about Jason Day having a fine tournament so far? How about Ian Poulter at 80-1, just 2 shots back? Did you get down on those? Let me know what you're doing Masters wise, if you will. Maybe you got a little European soccer action happening. Let us know. And of course, if you get them right, not only will you be richly rewarded by actual cash money, you'll be richly rewarded in the comment section as well. What a deal. And last but not least, don't forget to check out winnersandwhiners.com and statsalt.com for all of your daily handicapping needs, deep dives into every contest going on in America, every single solitary day. Check it out. It will become your #1 resource, just like it is for much of the world. So make sure you get over there and check that out. Trust me, all the cool kids are doing it. Why aren't you? All right, quick recap of yesterday's action. Went 2-1 on the Deep-3 as we had the Miami team total under 3.5. I know some of you guys didn't play that. I saw a lot of you weren't tailing that pick. A little worried about that 3.5 number. I told you Miami was shitty, and they are. They scored 1 run tonight. Never really even had to sweat that team total under 3.5. We also had San Diego, and they took care of business there. Another nail biter. I don't think San Diego's going to blow a lot of people out of the water, but they got better pitching than you realize, and they had once again just enough offense to take care of business. And lastly, we took a swing at Baltimore. They showed signs of life. They weren't awful. They got behind early, and they just never could get it any closer than 2 runs. They ended up losing 6-4. Again, we took a swing. We were getting positive value on that, and I'm not going to apologize for taking a long shot every once in a while, because we're going to hit some of them. All right. And on the premium side, we also went 2-1 as we had the couple of real fine team total overs. We had the Houston Astros team total over 4.5 up there against Seattle, and we had the A's team total over 5.5 down there in Texas. Both of those teams definitely took care of business as far as their team totals go. And we had the over 9 in the Atlanta game, and they got to 6-2 after 6 innings. Thought we were going to be in good shape, and bullpens came through, actually looked competent, which was weird being a Royals fan. I'm not used to seeing that. It was fun to watch. We missed a push by 1 run. So we go 2-1 on the premium side. All right. So let's move on, shall we? Hey, it's the NBA. We got it back. Taking a look here at the #1 seed against the #8 seed as the LA Clippers travel to Golden State to take on the Warriors. I like the total of 232. You know what? I think these teams are going to be going at it full tilt from the opening whistle. The Clippers, much like the Warriors, capable of scoring points in buckets. The problem with the Clippers, they don't really do much on the defensive side of the ball, especially against the better teams. The over is 9-2 in their last 11 versus teams with a winning record. It's 9-2 in the last 11 meetings between these two squads, and it's 5-1 in the last 6 meetings right there in Oaktown. I think that trend continues. I think there's going to be a ton of points put up in this one. I would get yourself down on the over 232 in the Golden State LA Clippers game. All right, moving on to the major leagues today, as Pittsburgh goes up against Washington. Pittsburgh is a +109 underdog, and the Pirates send Chris Archer to the mound, while the Washington Nationals counter with Anibal Sanchez. Chris Archer starting to look like the pitcher that he was 2 or 3 years ago, and that makes Pirates fans very happy. Meanwhile, Anibal Sanchez starting to look like the pitcher he was 2 or 3 years ago, and that is making Nats fans very sad. Sanchez after a horrible start. Had a simply bad start last time, but there are some signs maybe of life. He did get 12 swing and misses in his last contest. That may be, like I said, a good sign, but still had an ugly line as he gave up 3 earned, 7 hits, 2 walks, 2 home runs in just 5 2/3 innings. You know what? I'm going to fade Anibal Sanchez right here until he proves me wrong. I think we're getting positive value. I'll take it all day long with the better pitcher. Give me Pittsburgh plus 109. And finally, taking a look at the City of Fountains here as the Cleveland Indians take on my hometown Kansas City Royals. Cleveland sends Jeffrey Rodriguez to the mound against Homer Bailey going for the Royals. Cleveland is a favorite of minus 480. I'm kidding. They're minus 113 against Homer Bailey. Good grief, guys. You know what? I woke up this morning and my computer had already made this bet automatically. Homer Bailey, fade. Homer Bailey, he now goes up against Jeffrey Rodriguez. Who? I don't care. Jeffrey Rodriguez. You know what? I don't care if it's Chichi Rodriguez, Paul Rodriguez, Paul Lynn, Benny Hinn, or Chico the Magic Squirrel. I'm fading Homer Bailey until he proves me wrong. Homer, just to remind you, he has started 22 games over the last 2 seasons. His team has lost 21 of them. Minus 113 on the first place, or the perennial first place Cleveland Indians. Are you kidding me? Call the cops. I will take that all day long. Cleveland Indians minus 113. Pittsburgh Pirates plus 109. And the Golden State Warriors, LA Clippers over 232. You get yourself down on those bets. And at the end of this day, you guys can grab those winning tickets and join me as we head back to the window. All right, let's take a quick look here at our shout-outs. By the way, quick update. We've got a couple of things that we're excited about on the premium side. We're having a pretty fine week over on the premium side as our premium picks have gone. Oh, it's magic! Look at that, 11-3 so far this week. That is a 79%, and we are on a little bit of a mini run here. We are now 9-1 on our baseball picks so far this week. So yeah, we're having a fine week, and we're pretty happy about all that. So we've also got a couple of new programs that we're really excited about. I'm doing a just baseball premium picks for the rest of the season. We got a package put together where you can get all my best baseball picks for the entire rest of the year. Check out that address right there if you're interested in a regular premium service or our baseball picks. We've still priced them both very, very affordable, where they are within reach of any gambler, no matter what your bet size is. So check that out as well. And yeah, we'll let's move on. I'm happy baseball is here, man. It's always been my favorite sport to cap, and we're having a pretty good run right here, so we're looking to keep that going. Let's see how you guys did. All right, how about Mark R? He got down on that Seattle over 9, had the Oakland over 10.5 plus the money line. Well done. And he parlayed Tampa Bay and Oakland. That sounds like a few winners there, Mark. Nicely done. Kyle Z, he tailed us on the Marlins under 3.5. Beautiful, sir. Nicely done. Had the Padres money line. Also taking the Phillies money line. He had a couple of nice live bets on the Cubs and Angels under 5.5, the first 5, and then the draw of the Angels plus 4. So well done, Kyle. That's some good in-game plays. Also one of my favorite things to do when I've got time to sit and watch the game and make a few live bets. It's good times, and it's a great money-making opportunity. Thomas M., he had the Cubs Angels under 11. Phil made a little value play there in European footy as he had Leicester and Newcastle under 2.5. Hammered Hank, he had one big play today, and that was the big Yankees minus 1.5 on the run line. And the Yankees eventually came back and won. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I was kind of out to dinner having some family fun, but I think the Yankees were down early in that, if I'm not wrong. Help me out, Hank. Did you have to sweat that one a little bit? C-Dub, he had Trabzonspor to win. the Bohemians to win, of course. Osijek -1.5, and he said you won't. He said you won't have to read, but maybe half of them, so you lucked out. Yeah, he had some. He had some real gobstock. He had some real spelling bee winners in there. So I'm sorry that he had a bad day. He said so close to a great day and had a couple of unlucky things happen to make it a small winning day since the big dog hit. And we read this about this. We read about this one. One instance was Standard Liège at +130 going up 2-0 after a red card penalty against the other team. So a dog up 2-0 with a whole half to go gets 11 versus 10, and that game for some reason gets I know why. It got abandoned, which meant no game. And why? Why did it get abandoned? Well, funny you should ask. It's because the Anderlecht fans, they bombarded the field with flares and smoke bombs after the second goal. He says, smack my head, only in soccer. I digress for there, C-Dub. I don't know how old you are, but back in the 70s, I believe 1977 or 78, between games of a doubleheader. By the way, kids, a doubleheader is what they used to call 2 games on the same day. You could pay just for 1 ticket and get 2 games, but I digress. Between two games of doubleheader there in Chicago at a White Sox game, the owner, Bill Veach, thought it'd be a great night to blow up all of your disco records. So they let fans on the stage to blow up and break terrible, terrible disco records. And, of course, the fans, they set the field on fire. So that was not good. So while it happens more often in soccer, as a fine American, I take offense to the act that we cannot fuck up a game either and get the second game canceled, which is exactly what happened there. So, always, if you ever want to see something dumb that happened at a baseball park, like a dad and his son coming out of the stands to attack the Royals first base coach for no apparent reason, Google that one sometime. We can always count on you White Sox fans to get it done. Go Sox. All right, Borno. He had the Marlins under 3.5 runs. Had the money line plays. He had the Cubs and the Padres. The Legion of Picks. He had the in the major leagues. He had the Astros money line. He had the Rays money line, and he had the Phillies -1.5. Todd M. He said Houston is good, but I'll take Vegas again and roll with Seattle over 9. Yep, absolutely. Yes, I think they can do that as well. So Seattle did not. Seattle did not get it done. No, there was a close game, and Houston hit the Gurn-Pekern there late in the game and ended up winning 10-5, 10-6. A lot to not as much. But they definitely went over. And he had the Oakland money line as well, and the A's, after kind of a slow start, got it done there down in Texas. Mark, with a C, he said, talk about a sweat job last night. He had the money line parlay with the Giants and Padres. The Padres started a kid from Double-A. Yeah. I can't remember the guy's name, but we faded him in his first pick because his minor league stats, weren't actually that good, and that was at Double-A. And yeah, he came in and he has made 3 good starts. He beat our ass the first time, and I've stayed off him the last 2 times. He pitched another gem last night. He's been very good. He liked taking a shot at the O's today. He said 3 home runs for Chris Davis around the pesky pole. Yeah, didn't quite happen there. I said O's plus the money line parlay, and that ended up the over came in, but not so much for the O's. He says it's time for Chris Davis to show up, and that's Chris with a C. The Chris with a K leads the major league in homers, as he is the first one to get to double digit. He says Chris Davis has been on the back of a milk carton for the last 2 seasons. Yeah, no shit. Remember when he used to hit home runs and then strike out a lot? Well, now he just strikes out a lot. So yeah, I wonder where the swing went, dude. You know what? He could find it any time, and he's one of those streaky guys that he could put up 8 home runs in the next 5 games. You never know. Wish he'd have done it as we backed him against Baston, but it did not happen. So, good thought though, Mark. I like the way you're thinking, and I do think Chris Davis is going to bust out anytime now. And finally, Mike V in the NHL. He had St. Louis plus 1.5. I like that play as well, Mikey. I thought the Blues are kind of a sneaky pick there, and they got it done tonight. So congratulations to you. Congratulations to all you guys who hit some tonight. Let's get some more going, shall we? We'll hit some winners here. Get the weekend started off on the right foot, and yeah, you guys can tell me all about it in the comment section. Looking forward to it. I will be taking a look through the comment section today. Why? Because it keeps me out of being at the house, taking part in a garage sale, and no human being wants any part of that bullshit. So I will be mired to my computer, working very hard. All right, you guys take care, and I will see you tomorrow.